Did you know that giving water to your newborn could do more harm than good? Imagine holding your tiny bundle of life in your arms, filled with hope and tender expectations. In today's exploration, we will navigate through expert insights and scientific evidence as USA doctors explain why water is not only unnecessary for newborns, but can also be dangerous. This journey is about care, precaution, and understanding how exclusive breastfeeding supports your baby's growth in ways water never can. Newborns receive nearly all they need from breast milk. In fact, breast milk is composed of over 80% water. This natural hydration is perfectly tailored for your baby's developing system. When you nurse your baby exclusively, you are providing a complete blend of nutrients, antibodies, and hydration. Doctors across the United States emphasize that this natural gift from your body is exactly what your infant needs in the early months of life. However, a common misconception persists that a few drops of water help quench thirst, particularly in warmer weather. It might seem safe, almost intuitive, to offer water to your baby, but medical experts and research indicate that introducing water too early can do more harm than good. When you introduce water, you inadvertently expose your child to water intoxication, a dangerous condition where too much water dilutes the natural balance of sodium in the body. The delicate sodium levels become disrupted, and this imbalance can lead to serious health complications, including seizures and organ stress. USA doctors remind new parents that the nutritional and hydrating properties of breast milk are not easily replicated by water. Doctors explain that a newborn's kidneys are still developing and lack the capacity to manage imbalances effectively. By their very nature, infants are fine-tuned to cope with the nutrients found in breast milk. Even in hot climates, the design of breast milk ensures that a baby receives sufficient hydration without the risks associated with extra water consumption. These insights underline the importance of trusting the natural process of exclusive breastfeeding. Let us delve deeper into the scientific reasoning behind the recommendation for exclusive breastfeeding during the first 6 months. Health organizations like the World Health Organization, WHO, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, have long advised that newborns should derive all their sustenance from breast milk for their first half year. Their guidance is not arbitrary. It is a response to extensive research demonstrating that early exposure to water or other liquids can interrupt the digestion and absorption of essential nutrients. When a baby drinks water, the feeding pattern changes, and the process of extracting crucial antibodies and vitamins might be compromised. It is the perfect example of how good intentions can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. There is another critical aspect to consider: the protective antibodies and immunological benefits embedded in breast milk. When a baby is breastfed exclusively, they receive a natural vaccine against a host of childhood illnesses. Beyond hydration, breast milk provides a critical line of defense against pathogens responsible for diarrhea, pneumonia, and other infections. This immune boost is a vital component of a newborn's health strategy, something that water, no matter how pure, can never replicate. Experts who have dedicated their careers to pediatric care remind us that supplements like water only dilute the superior protection breast milk offers. Over the past decades, extensive studies have highlighted how early dehydration and altered fluid balance in newborns can lead to significant health setbacks. Medical professionals have witnessed firsthand cases where premature introduction of water leads to hospitalizations for water intoxication. These conditions are not abstract academic concerns. They represent real risks and severe complications that could affect the fragile balance of a newborn's body chemistry. Often, these cases reveal how a seemingly benign decision to add water can quickly escalate into serious health emergencies. Let's visualize this. A concerned parent, swayed by community advice or well-meaning relatives, might introduce water to a baby in an attempt to calm perceived thirst. What unfolds is a rapid chain reaction in the baby's body. The kidneys struggle to process the excess fluid, and the sodium levels drop dangerously low, a situation medically known as hyponatremia. The baby, whose metabolism is just beginning to adjust to life outside the womb, ends up in a vulnerable state. Such episodes remind us that even small deviations from recommended feeding practices can have outsized impacts on infant health. This is why USA doctors insist on the practice of exclusive breastfeeding during the critical early months. At this juncture, it is important to appreciate the underlying message from medical experts. Every drop of breast milk is a carefully balanced concoction of hydration, nutrition, and immune support. From the first feed, the baby's body responds to the unique proteins and fats in the milk, setting them on the path toward a robust immune system and optimal growth. Breast milk not only satisfies hunger and thirst, but it also plays an irreplaceable role in reinforcing your baby's resistance against infections. The scientific consensus is clear. Water has no place in the diet of an exclusively breastfed newborn. As we continue, consider the emotional journey many new parents undergo. Amid the overwhelming desire to provide the absolute best for their newborn, you might feel the weight of advice coming from multiple directions. Family members and friends may offer suggestions based on personal experiences that conflict with clinical recommendations. The heartfelt intentions behind these well-meaning comments often lead to confusion, anxiety, and uncertainty. USA doctors understand this struggle and are here to clarify that exclusive breastfeeding has been time-tested to offer the optimal nutritional foundation for infants. Listening to expert advice and grounding your decisions in scientific evidence ultimately ensures your baby's well-being. We can also look at a real-life experience shared by a group of parents who made the journey of exclusive breastfeeding. Many voiced their initial concerns when they were advised against supplementing with water. They recalled moments of worry as they navigated through varied opinions and cultural practices. However, after receiving guidance from trusted pediatricians and understanding the science behind the recommendation, these parents saw significant improvements in their baby's health and overall development. Their stories highlight how following expert guidance can lead to lasting benefits, not just physically but emotionally, as the confidence in making the right decision grows stronger with time. Their experiences underscore that exclusive breastfeeding is not merely a feeding strategy, it is a comprehensive approach to nurturing your child's future. It is understandable that as a new parent, you want to explore all avenues to ensure your baby's safety and comfort. Yet, the answer to providing ideal hydration lies within nature's own design. Your body is equipped to offer a life-sustaining solution that water cannot match. Breast milk adapts to your baby's changing needs, providing warmth, love, and essential nutrients that evolve as your child grows. This dynamic nourishment creates a secure environment for your baby's body and mind, establishing a strong foundation for future milestones. The natural chemistry of breast milk is a marvel of evolution, perfectly engineered to support life from its very inception. In regions across the USA, leading hospitals and medical institutions have standardized practices to educate parents about the perils of early water introduction. These institutions provide clear guidelines that emphasize a singular path: exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. Their protocols are designed to minimize risks and ensure that newborns receive just what they need to thrive. Expert panels have reviewed countless case studies, reinforcing the message to avoid water until the appropriate developmental milestone is reached. This wealth of knowledge is shared in community centers, through online forums, and by pediatricians keen to see every child's potential fully realized. As the narrative unfolds, we come to appreciate that this journey is not about restrictions, but about optimally harnessing the natural benefits of milk. Each feeding session is a reaffirmation of nature's ability to provide. Instead of supplementing with water, the focus is placed on maximizing the advantages stemming from compound beneficial nutrients, enzymes, and antibodies within breast milk. Recognizing that each drop is packed with essential properties, USA doctors advocate loud and clear. Protect the purity of breast milk and allow it to work its magic for your child. This clarity of purpose is what transforms medical advice into a reassuring promise for new parents everywhere. It is worth noting that the potential risks associated with water are not simply a cautionary tale. They represent a pivot point in understanding infant nutrition. The body of research exhibits that water intoxication, though rare when promptly managed, poses a risk that is unnecessary if breastfeeding is properly maintained. The combination of reduced nutrient intake, decreased antibody protection, and altered feeding patterns can potentially undermine months of careful preparation for both parent and child. The complexity of infant digestion and the sensitivity of metabolic processes mean that even what appears to be a minor change can lead to significant repercussions. Expert consensus warns that when in doubt, it is safer and wiser to rely solely on breast milk to meet your newborn's needs. In moments of hesitation, recall the trust placed in your chosen healthcare providers. The advice from USA doctors is a product of rigorous study, compassion, and a deep-seated commitment to childhood health. They have seen firsthand the transformation that exclusive breastfeeding can have in a child's early development. Every clinical report, every statistical analysis, and every carefully documented case reaffirms the safety and efficacy of this natural feeding method. The message is simple and resounding. Introduce nothing else until your baby reaches 6 months old, and even then, consult your pediatrician for guidance on additional nutrition. This critical advice remains central to the health journey of every newborn. By adhering to the guidelines, you not only reduce the risk of water intoxication, but you also promote a resilient immune system that will defend against infections throughout infancy and beyond. This is the essence of why experts stress that water is unnecessary for your infant. The conversation is not about denying your child any nutrient or hydration. It is instead a celebration of the natural, flawlessly balanced nourishment that is breast milk. Trusting in nature means embracing the role of conscious parenting where every decision is informed by knowledge, fear of risk is replaced with confidence, and love is manifest in every nurturing choice. As we near the conclusion of this informed journey, reflect on the confidence that comes from making decisions based on trusted expertise. Visualize the secure bond formed between you and your child during breastfeeding, a bond that transcends words and is built on nourishment, protection, and an unwavering commitment to health. The information presented today stands as a beacon for new parents. It reminds us all that while the modern world offers a multitude of choices, sometimes the simplest, most natural options are the best for those we love most. In summary, the science is clear, and the expert advice is unequivocal. Exclusive breastfeeding is not only recommended but imperative in the early months of your child's life. Water, though seemingly harmless, introduces risks that are completely unnecessary when nature provides an exceptional alternative. From the delicate balance of electrolytes to the robust immune protection inherent in breast milk, every aspect of your baby's health improves with exclusive breastfeeding. Let this knowledge fortify your commitment to providing the best possible start for your newborn. Ensure your baby's health by exclusively breastfeeding for the first 6 months. It's all they need.